Kingston, jaw and face planted.
Randy Orton's real-life backstage issues with Kofi Kingston, that's pretty much well known about at this point. It was brought up during their storyline together in 2019. The question is, how many other similar incidents do you know about? That's right, it's not always conflict that is settled inside the ring in WWE. I'm Rick Ucchino. Here are 5 superstars who once had real-life beef with one of their competitors. Number 5, Hulk Hogan and The Undertaker. One of The Undertaker's first major accomplishments took place at Survivor Series 1991 when he defeated Hulk Hogan for the WWE World Championship. But that reign ended only 6 days later thanks to the Hulkster. In 2020, in an interview with ESPN, The Undertaker confirmed that Hogan complained about suffering a neck injury during their tombstone spot at Survivor Series, which led to his quick title loss. The Phenom added, quote, "Hogan claims that I hurt him on the tombstone during the pay-per-view. I didn't know that I was going to drop the belt back or what was going on." Following the match, The Undertaker reportedly returned backstage to find Hogan laying on Vince McMahon's office floor claiming to be in pain. He initially felt devastated about hurting Hogan, but his attitude changed when other superstars accused his opponent of faking the injury. Number 4, Dolph Ziggler and Sin Cara. Dolph Ziggler won the World Heavyweight Championship Money in the Bank ladder match at Money in the Bank in 2012, and that match also featured Christian, Cody Rhodes, Damian Sandow, Santino Marella, Sin Cara, Tensai, and Tyson Kidd. Following the event, the Wrestling Observer reported that Ziggler vocally complained backstage about Sin Cara working stiffly during that match. Meltzer added that, in his opinion, Sin Cara was not the one to blame for a high-risk Spanish fly move which almost injured Ziggler. The original Sin Cara, better known as Mystico, was kind of known for his botches while performing as the Masked Superstar, and he was eventually replaced by Hunico, who portrayed Sin Cara from 2013 to 2019. Number 3, we mentioned it at the top, Randy Orton and Kofi Kingston. Perhaps the most famous topic on this list, but if you are still not aware, Randy Orton once complained about Kofi Kingston following a triple threat match that also involved John Cena on an episode of Monday Night Raw back in January of 2010. The Viper was supposed to hit Kingston with a punt kick during that match, but Kofi kept getting back to his feet. This led Orton with no other option but to hit an RKO to pick up the win, and he was clearly heard to yell, "Stupid, stupid," at Kofi Kingston in the middle of the ring. Speaking to Fox News in 2019, the former WWE Champion confirmed that Orton's complaining about him backstage derailed his momentum. Kingston was rumored to win the Money in the Bank contract at WrestleMania 26 instead of Jack Swagger, but the incident with Orton in January resulted in those plans getting canceled as the Viper went on to feud with Sheamus for the WWE Championship, and Kingston, he kind of just disappeared from the world title scene altogether, at least for 9 years. A year before that incident with Kofi, meanwhile, Orton also complained about Mr. Kennedy's safety inside the ring after a botched suplex on Raw. This incident reportedly led to Kennedy's release from the company just 4 days later. Number 2, Sycho Sid and the Ultimate Warrior. Now, Sid reportedly quit WWE in 1992 due to the Ultimate Warrior's erratic behavior and in-ring attitude. Sid said in an interview with Title Match Wrestling that the Warrior wanted to dominate their matches and kick out after his finisher. The two-time WWE Champion also revealed that Warrior spoke to him backstage as though he was cutting a promo. Sid allegedly told the officials backstage before an event in Boston, "If he kicks out of my finish tonight, I go home tomorrow and I never come back." That is exactly what happened, as Sid left WWE in April of 1992 and began working for WCW in 93. He later returned to WWE between 95 and 97, during which he would win the World Championship. And lastly, number 1, Triple H and Chris Jericho. Now, the game once did raise concerns backstage about Jericho after his fellow superstar accidentally gave Chyna a black eye during a match. Jim Ross, former head of talent relations for WWE, said on his Grilling JR podcast that Triple H asked Vince McMahon to talk to Y2J about the issue. Ross explaining that Triple H was very protective of Chyna during her Intercontinental Championship storyline as the game was dating her at the time. The former WWE executive also recalled how he warned Jericho about possible negative reactions in the locker room after the incident with Chyna, but the first ever AEW World Champion had a fearless and undaunted response.